Hey, hello.
Welcome! What's up,
Welcome
guys?
back. What's up?
Welcome back to Trooper Archives, where I think we took a wrong turn. Wrong turn. I'm Ace, and I was once the master.
Hi, I am Gabe. Now I am the master. This is our ninth episode.
Nine.
Damn,
Yeah,
close
9
to
episodes,
10.
man. 9 episodes
Close
talking
to 10.
about. Yeah,
I hope. Yeah, definitely.
this is
So,
our ninth episode talking about A New Hope. So, guys, don't forget to check out the other 8 episodes or whichever episode you guys like for this series talking about A New Hope and other videos like our Star Wars shorts and reaction videos. We have one for Andor, Andor
I premiered last night.
premiered already. Are we gonna
Yep.
talk about it now?
No, we're gonna talk about it in a special episode. It will have its own segment. So we'll give some of the fans some time to watch it. So we don't want to spoil anything. Just a day after it has been shown.
Let's
So
give it some time to sink in to everyone.
yeah, true. So I just want to plug in our other platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and the others you can see on screen. And yeah, so just subscribe to our TikTok channel as well. Follow us on TikTok. All right, this is your favorite segment on this day in Star Wars.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
All right, so today is September 22. In 1980, SPFX, The Empire Strikes Back documentary, airs on CBS. Yeah, so
Nice.
and then
That's
the
a
following
sexy
year,
poster. That's a super
Yeah.
sexy poster there.
yeah, I know. So the following year, on the same date, of course, Ashley Eckstein was born. She voiced our beloved Jedi, Ahsoka Tano, in the animated Clone Wars TV series and the Rebels.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice shirt too. I like it.
Yep, nice shirt. It's simple, but yeah, the
Yeah.
branding is there. And on September 22 last year, 2021, all episodes of Star Wars Visions premiered on Disney Plus. Have you watched Star Wars Visions? I haven't.
No, but I'm wishing that we'll get there eventually. So I want.
Yeah,
to-
true. Yep. All right. So take it away, Ace, for that recap of our last
Oh, yeah,
episode.
So we talked about last episode. We talked about mainly garbage. We talked about trash.
Yeah.
We talked about shutting
What
down all the
junk.
garbage masters in the detention level. Shut them all down. It was basically the garbage chute scene and how we see Leia taking charge and just everyone just trying to get out, and how there's a bit of evolution in C-3PO's character in deceiving the stormtroopers. And of course, we ended that with the tractor beam scene. So it's basically a very another display of Jedi prowess and skill. That's
definitely.
very mild, very subtle, but again,
Mhm.
still Jedi powers. Yeah.
True. So today we're gonna talk about. So they got out of the garbage.
Took a
chute,
shower
whatever.
together
Took a shower together.
with,
I'm
with
not-
Chewbacca.
I'm not sure. With Chewbacca, I know the hair. Hey Chewbacca, your hair is getting all over the floor, getting over the
It's in
soap.
the drain. It's in the
Imagine if
drain.
Chewbacca,
Come on.
imagine if Chewbacca went for the soap first, and then they tried to like, oh no,
No,
this
no
is
one's
this
gonna
even
try.
soap? Wookiee
No
fur.
one's gonna try.
Anyways, so they got all dressed up. They're all clean and probably they smell good. I don't know, but yeah. So it's their journey back to the Falcon. All right. So the gang tries to go back to the Falcon. All right, and So what can you remember in that sequences that in the
Okay,
film?
so for the newer version, okay, the main difference, there are two main differences in. So the scene that I want to talk, the sequence I want to talk about is basically the Han Solo shooting the 5 stormtroopers and chasing
Yeah.
them down the hall. that was super funny. As a kid watching it was super funny. Just the absurdity of the stormtroopers. They're basically trained soldiers.
Yeah.
And then one of them gets shot, and then their reaction was to run, to run away. So that was funny. But just the sequence of them running towards, wherever they're headed to, Han Solo just chasing them, and then they get to a room where there's more stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And then Han Solo just turns around, and it's just this Benny Hill type sequence.
Yeah.
So the main difference between the version I first saw, is that the room where they turned had just like a handful of stormtroopers. It wasn't like this massive room with like
platoon,
a whole company, like a whole platoon of stormtroopers. So they changed that. I'm okay. I'm okay with that change. I'm not. I actually think it's even better to have that many stormtroopers. I before it was just like they added like 5 more, and then it's Han Solo.
Yeah, I mean it justifies the squad of troopers falling back, for reinforcements, instead of like just falling back to another squad, which doesn't make sense. They could have just radioed in that we need backup. A rogue smuggler is attacking us, or something like that.
Or they could have just returned fire right away. It's just...
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, with the accuracy that they have, I would run. If I was a stormtrooper and that's my field of vision, I would run as well. I would want more people. Wait, I have a question, maybe a mini trivia. Do you think with the limited vision the stormtroopers have, did you ever think that they might have shot each other in like large scale battles?
Friendly
there's
fire?
friendly fire.
There's definitely a lot of friendly fire going on with the stormtroopers. Definitely.
Was probably. Anyways, I really like that scene as well. It brings in the boldness of Han as a smuggler. Raising, shouting, and making it seem that there's like a whole battalion with him, but he's just like alone.
Intimidation.
Yeah,
Just
intimidation. Yeah. But yeah, seeing that, I think the newer version, the edited version, was the scene I watched when I was a kid. Because you watch.
Did you ever see the old one?
I don't think so. Like in its purest form, no, I don't think so.
No.
I would want to. That's why we've got Project 4K 87. 77. Sorry, Project 4K 77. Yeah. Okay. So it's the raw version, but it's in 4K format.
Ooh, I would want to see that.
Unedited, untouched.
Han shot first.
Definitely. Anyways, going back to that scene about Luke and Leia getting chased by a whole squad as well.
Yeah.
And then they immediately shoot the controls to the door to shut it off. Yeah.
And then before the stormtroopers came, so there's a significance with my opening line in this episode, because I remember them running towards that ledge, then stopping, and then Luke saying, I think we took a wrong turn. Yeah. And the version I first saw, of course I was watching in, the technology wasn't there yet. I was watching in a VHS, then later on to Laserdisc. Yeah. And the Laserdisc copy that we had was original. We rented it out from a shop, but it was so clear that you could hear the echo in the shaft. I think we took a wrong turn. I remember my sister saying, "Hey, that didn't have an echo before." Was what she said. I was like, "Oh, really? You mean so like Laserdisc is like that clear?" So it was that was a leap in technology we were all on. So that was a core memory for me. Technology can have an impact on their cinematic experience, and that was it. So now if you watch it, there's always an echo in all the dialogue in that area, in that scene.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I watched the original Star Wars movie in Laserdisc format. I never had a chance to watch it in a VHS tape.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways,
that's fortunate for you.
yeah. I mean, yeah. But so so Luke shoots the
control panel.
Control panel for the door, so that they could have some cover. But then again, she also shot the controls for the platform.
For the bridge.
For the
nice
bridge.
Going, Luke.
Like, and then, so what do you think about that scene? How is it possible that, like, a cable that's attached to something that you could attach to the gun be able to hold two people?
With that,
I just don't get it, man.
With a string.
The string. I mean, I would. String. Yeah.
No, but again, you have to look at the other movies and the other shows that were on during this time. Back in the 70s, the old Batman series was on, I think, or at least, you know, if it wasn't, then there would be reruns, and that was the Batman at the time. And they also had the same gimmick. Like, Batman had the utility belt.
Yeah, I know.
With a thin rope and a hook, and that was it. That was what they used to climb the not to milk the cows, but to climb the building.
Yeah,
but
milking
Leia and Luke use that as well, but not before getting a good luck kiss.
Yeah,
from Leia.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
maybe we'll talk about it in Return of the Jedi, but
yeah,
just wanted to note Leia kissed Luke here first.
Yeah, Leia kissed Luke first. Yeah. She
That's
did.
Another shirt for
for me at that scene, I always thought that they'd be a great pair.
Well, that was,
as a kid,
it's obvious that was the intention. I think, like, you know, watching it for the first time. I think that was the first initial plan. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
Yeah. I just want to put it out there. I mean, it's a stretch. We still have episodes left. We still have a lot to talk about regarding the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. But if the movie ended without any romantic development between the characters, between Leia and Luke, or Leia and Han, or I don't know, Leia and Chewie, but no way. But like, if it ended, it was meant to be a standalone. Wouldn't it be like a cliffhanger, though? Don't you think?
Yeah,
it was meant to be a standalone movie, and you know,
I mean the romance part.
Yeah, the romance part of the movie.
I think it'll be okay. Like, I think.
I mean, then again, it's not the main point of the movie.
Yeah, I think people will be able to accept it, that it's not a love story. It's a space western. It was
that's true.
Space adventure. So I think that would be it. Like, I don't think it'd be a big deal. I mean, people would be clamoring for it, maybe, and then
maybe. But did you ever think that it was just customary for Alderaan citizens to kiss people on the cheek?
Maybe. We don't know their custom. We don't know their culture.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge?
Yeah, true. Anyways, it doesn't mean she likes him just because she kissed him first.
It was for luck.
It was for luck. But then again, there is no such thing as luck. So going back to that scene wherein they tried to escape, and then they saw that I think they got back together, if I can remember correctly. They cross paths again.
Yeah, that's right.
Han and Chewie, and they look towards the view of the Millennium Falcon, and they were like debating whether the old man Ben already deactivated the what was that again? The tractor beam. The tractor beam. Yeah, the tractor beam.
I think they were just hoping that old man better have gotten rid of the tractor beam.
Yeah, true. So anyways, I believe the next thing that we're going to talk about is when Obi-Wan goes through this type of corridor. Right?
It's that hallway.
Um,
It's that hallway you're in.
yeah, I am in. Actually, I'm doing a post-action report to the incident. I'm kidding. But yeah, so we go to the epic final battle between the Master and the Apprentice, Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader.
Yes. Oh my
All right,
goodness.
so there's a lot to talk about here. There's a lot of lines said.
I mean the start of that scene. Uh, Obi-Wan rounds the corner and Vader was just standing with the
Yeah.
lightsaber already, and he just
So
knew. He just knew. Like,
yeah,
this is it.
I have felt the presence. I haven't felt since. But yeah. So, what was your reaction to seeing a red lightsaber for the first time?
Um, I think again, during the 70s and 80s, it was very like black and white, like good versus evil, bad. Like the
Yeah.
bad characters and the good characters would always have that defining traits and colors and themes and look. It's
Yeah.
very obvious that red would be, the weapon
The
of
dark
choice
side.
for the
Yeah.
dark side. So it wasn't surprising. It was just cool to see another lightsaber and to anticipate two lightsabers going at it, or two Jedi's going at it. Or,
Oh yeah, true. Because so far
I'm
we've
looking forward
seen
to that.
yeah, because so far we've seen just like Luke doing this to the lightsaber, Luke doing this to the lightsaber, and then
Yeah,
Obi-Wan cutting a person's arm. So we haven't seen.
Which
This
we
is
didn't
the
really
first.
see. Like, yeah, this is the first sword fight. This is the
Yeah.
first sword fight of the movie. So
That's true.
I love
It's-
sword fights. I love it.
So talking about the sword fight, there's this dialogue between Obi-Wan and Vader, wherein so the famous line, when you left, when I left, or when you left me, when you left me.
That's a nitpick. That's a nitpick because you're confused now because Vader actually says when I left you, so which is weird.
Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan, spoiler alert, Obi-Wan was
Spoiler
the one
alert,
who
yeah.
leaves Vader both times in
True.
in episode 3 and in Obi-Wan. So
True.
so the line becomes weird. So when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Maybe he left. When I left you means when he left the Jedi Order, probably, or
Could
when he
be,
left
yeah.
Obi-Wan as his master. He left that part of his life. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
maybe
that's
left meaning left before Mustafar. Maybe anything before
Yeah.
Mustafar's
yeah,
point of
probably.
leaving, maybe.
But then
yeah,
again,
so- yeah.
in the last interaction between Anakin and Obi-Wan left as well. If you remember in the ship,
I mean,
George, I deal with it.
I guess the dark side. I guess the dark side has its own versions of things,
Yeah, maybe. Darth Vader
Only a
was
master
like,
of evil, Darth. I left you. You didn't leave me. I left you.
if Obi-Wan said that, it would have been funny. But so it was iconic because you would see how he was still trying to prove to Obi-Wan that he was better and that he could actually defeat him.
There's always gonna be that will never leave Darth Vader. That will never leave Anakin Skywalker. He has to beat Obi-Wan. That is his one of his main purposes in life is to beat Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because as talking about Darth Vader when he was a Jedi, I don't want to spoil who he was just for new Star Wars fans who are watching, but Darth Vader when he was a Jedi, the callbacks to his training, he was actually living in the shadow of Obi-Wan becoming a master, a knight and then a master, him being granted a seat in the council but not a master. I mean, he's trying to catch up. He's trying to play catch up with Obi-Wan, and I think when they had a duel of the fates in Mustafar, and the second duel for I don't know what planet that was, but in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, he was still playing, catch up with Obi-Wan. And it's 2-0 for their Actual fight. And but yeah,
It's
so
about
anyways.
to become 2-1.
Woo! But then again, who actually won?
What did he say?
But yeah.
Obi-Wan said, "Oh, you can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine."
Yeah. So it was
There's
intentional.
no winning with you.
Yeah, true. I would like think if I was Darth Vader when he was a Jedi, or Darth Vader in general, I would like, oh my god, I've been like practicing for lightsaber combat for years. Now you're gonna pun me with some Jedi wise words. I haven't like prepared for that. But yeah, so anyways, this is the first ever lightsaber combat, and for me as a kid, it was epic. Because I don't have any knowledge about the fast-paced lightsaber fights in the prequel trilogy, or
No one did.
yeah, no one did. Anyways, so it was amazing for Sir Alec Guinness to actually go through that. I would assume he had training, or he had to train the sequence with David Prowse. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think. Oh, it was all choreographed. It was unfortunate that Alec Guinness was a little old already at this time, and of course
Yeah,
the Vader suit didn't allow for much movement as well. To do more epic choreography. But I mean, most of the fight scenes during the 70s were basically this as well, or either this or some fancy fencing moves.
Yeah.
So this was basically the pinnacle of a sword fight back then, with these effects that were available to them, and we ate it up. Everyone ate it up. It was the best lightsaber fights. Who
True.
never gets old, and oh well, this one did kind of get old now, knowing
Oh, but this is the OG one.
This is OG
For me, it
one.
will never go. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I mean, what I meant to say is, like, choreography has become
Wise,
better
yeah.
since the 70s.
Yeah,
But
true.
watching this, I'm not sad. I don't wish for them to be flipping all over whatever,
yeah.
like
True,
Yoda, like Yoda in CGI. I don't need that. This is epic. This is how it began, and I like watching it this way.
That's true. I mean, some things deserve to be a little bit conservative at times. A little bit classic, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So
Ruin a
yeah,
classic.
so the fight ensues, and we see our band of heroes trying to get back to the Falcon, and then Obi-Wan kind of sees Luke
Yeah, he looks
looking
Luke
at him.
first.
It was funny. Like the squad of stormtroopers just like hurried up to the scene, and they were like, "Watch it, man. This is the first time I've seen
Hey,
this."
what's going on? Oh, look, a lightsaber fight. Another lightsaber. I didn't know they had made it in blue.
Yeah, true. Oh, what is that? Is that? Oh, that's a Jedi. Oh, I haven't seen a Jedi
That's a
in my life. Are they that old? Anyways, so we see him glance at Luke a little bit, and then he just like stops with the duel, and then just puts his hand up like this, and then gets struck and disappears. What do you think about that? Like the disappearance of the body. Like, did you think that was like a Jedi thing, or maybe like, I don't know,
At first,
vaporized by a lightsaber?
when I first saw it, I thought that was what red lightsabers do.
I thought so
Oh!
too.
Oh, red lightsabers do that? Oh, I get
Oh,
naked somewhere. They transports me to somewhere else that I'm naked. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, the look Obi-Wan gives Luke was quite, quite telling, quite foreboding, and when plus he says that I'll become more powerful, like how, and then when Darth Vader strikes down Obi-Wan, and then it's just his robe that's on the floor. You kind of know that it's not over for Obi-Wan yet. You kind of
Oh yeah,
know
definitely.
you kind of know that uh, there's something that's gonna happen, and it immediately follows when Luke starts shooting at the stormtroopers. He
Yeah,
just
and
goes
then
berserk, and then a disembodied voice just tells him, "Run, Luke, run!" And then
oh yeah,
you know that okay, he's gonna be like a spiritual guardian from now on.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And there's just this like a teeny bit of detail that I noticed that when Darth Vader striked Obi-Wan's robe, it did not have any mark of it being
Burned.
like burnt,
Yeah,
anything like that being slashed into
yeah,
two. And then he steps on it like
yeah. Like,
did
yeah,
Obi-Wan
yeah.
become like a small person or something?
Is there a chick? Is there a trap door here?
Yeah, true. But for me, it was kind of sad to see old Ben go when
Yeah,
it happened
yeah.
when I was a kid. But then again, when I heard the voice, for me at that time, I was like, oh, okay. So I was
Yeah.
kind of sad, like I was just beginning to like him, and then you hear the voice and you're like, okay, so he lives through the force,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So fun fact, I don't know if this is canon, but in some articles, maybe legends or expanded universe, Darth Vader takes the lightsaber of Obi-Wan and places it in his castle in Mustafar
Ooh, I
as a
like it.
trophy.
I like it.
As a trophy.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. He has.
But
to.
eventually there's a lot of stories. So after Darth Vader, the fall of the Empire, somebody like took it from the castle and then eventually found its way to Luke and kept it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was the lightsaber that kept defeating him over and over again since 19 BBY, or even
The Elder
even
Wand.
before that. Yeah, it's the Elder Wand. Anyways,
Yeah.
so the team escapes. The crew, the band of heroes escape. And then they immediately got followed by a squadron of TIE fighters, I guess.
Yep.
And then this is the first time that we see that there are turrets that you could use the offensive capability of the Falcon.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So yeah, Obi-Wan did his job. May he rest in peace. They finally escaped. The tractor beams offline, and then the squadron of TIE fighters.
Go after.
What can you like give me when you watch it from when you were a kid? Like,
Oh,
what
man.
do you remember from that
Oh,
scene?
man. We would reenact. Yeah, we would
Yeah.
reenact this scene over and over again as kids. Like, three of my friends, we were, one's gonna be Chewie, one's Han Solo, one's Luke Skywalker, and we just pretend that we were in like gunner cockpits and just firing
Yeah.
at TIE fighters. I also like that they did replace the targeting images that they used. Like George could have changed it. George Lucas could have changed it with better display or whatever, but they did it, which I liked. So
Yeah.
that scene was epic, and I don't know if this is a fact or they just look very similar. The explosion of the last TIE fighter was
Mhm.
used in an 80s series called MacGyver. I think it was just used in the opening credits of a very popular series in back in the 80s. I could be wrong, but I think it's the explosion of a TIE fighter that they used in MacGyver.
I guess to save some of the budget. It is a very limited budget film. 20th Century Fox had limited budget on the original Star Wars film, And I think if they copied a little bit from other shows, special effects and that all. I mean, even the guy who shouts like "ah" when
Oh
someone like
yeah,
dies, that's a very common thing in any movie, to be
that
honest.
yell has a name, right? It
Yeah,
has its own
I believe
name.
it has. I believe it has. I mean, it has been in multiple occasions in multiple films. Whenever there's a guy falling, dying, exploding, you hear
Yeah.
that sound. Anyways, so my first, I was kind of technical when I was a kid. I don't know why, but I was kind of technical about it. Like, you see how
Also,
Han did Han go down and Luke went up? I think so,
oh
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what you're getting to. Yeah, okay, yeah. Go
So
ahead,
like,
go ahead.
how did that work? Like, was it like inverted? Like, were they sitting? How can I explain this? Like, were
So
they
I guess
sitting
there's
like
a
in
there's a
normal
gun turret.
position?
There's a gun turret at the top, and then there's a gun turret at the bottom. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I guess when you enter the cockpit, gravity just goes weird. Like I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
uh when you go to the seat, like, I think it's supposed to be like, if you go down, I think you're supposed to look down, I think.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And then the like
Yeah,
the
you're right.
guns,
You're right.
like when you see the guns like doing this, and then you just have the targeting computer, the very old targeting computer of the Falcon, which was very iconic. I think has been shown in other films as well, and the sequel trilogy. But yeah, um, I think it was epic. Luke and Han. I think it brought them more together with
Yeah.
them winning that dogfight in space, being able to escape and all. I think it brought them together, and I think you know, having victories with friends, brings you closer.
Or just being in struggle with them as well. And of course, the celebration, like when Luke got one for the
Yeah,
first time, he says,
yeah,
"I got one," and then Han Solo says, "Great job, kid. Don't get cocky." So it was more
yeah,
like, "Yeah, good job, but keep your head, keep focused. Like
yeah. Keep your head in the
target."
game, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's good. It's like a big brother, little brother thing going on by that time.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I just want to put this out. Like, it's kind of sad that they weren't able to have a scene together in the sequel trilogy. Like, they
Yeah,
weren't able to. And never will, I guess.
yeah.
But yeah, so it was kind of sad.
Well,
But
we
then
don't
again,
know.
it's not
Maybe.
their era. I don't know. It's not their era anymore. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it was cool. But who was flying the ship? Was it Chewie and Leia?
Yeah, I think it was Chewie and Leia. Leia was, I think Leia was the one who was being like on lookout. Like she was the one who was like
Yeah,
alerting them to whatever danger was going to happen.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, just another info. If ever, I would want to go to Galaxy's Edge because there's this ride wherein you go to an actual Millennium Falcon cockpit and you like
Ooh.
drive the Falcon.
Oh,
You know, yeah, with all the beepings and the lights and like the buttons, like I want to press them all, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So it's either you. I don't know. I haven't researched it. I haven't been there to Galaxy's Edge, but if you ever go with the kids, it's a 4-person job. So there's a
Oh, I'm
pilot, a
sure.
co-pilot, and then 2 gunners in the back. I think
Oh, wow.
one has to catch coaxium, I believe, and one has to shoot. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's kind of good. It's a good experience for the modern day Star Wars fans because as you said in the previous episodes, you started imagining flying the Falcon, being inside the Falcon in your own bedroom floor with your friends,
right.
and
Yep.
now you can actually experience it.
Oh
In real
my.
life. I mean, that's a treat. Anyways,
I
I
hope
think
we get the
that's
chance. Maybe. I hope we get
yeah,
the chance.
maybe you can never know. Anyways, I think that's it for this episode, guys. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify. All right, follow us on Spotify. We post shorts there for new Star Wars fans and some casual fans as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Trooper Archives. Hit that notification bell for you to get updated for new content because good soldiers follow orders. All right, I am Gabe.
And I'm Ace. This has been Trooper Archives. You kiss your brother with that mouth?
Ugh, move along. Move along.